Hi, my name is Derek Nelson. I'm a junior at Carthage Theater. I'm transferring in, so I am a junior now, but it's weird and complex. But this is technically my first year at Carthage and first couple weeks, actually, and it's been fantastic so far. I'm a theater performance major. I figure that would be useful information to say. So far, answering the questions, why I love theater, that's a really hard question for me to answer because I feel like there's a lot of reasons. Just because I think it's challenging. It's something that doesn't come easy. That takes me a long, long time to even get remotely right in any scene or show that I do. I feel like it pushes me and makes me figure out new things about myself and helps me become more well-rounded as a person, if that makes sense. I feel like I notice a lot more things or look at things in life or walking around campus in a different light because of some of the training I get and whatnot, and I feel like that's really interesting to me personally, at least. Maybe not to you. Whatevs. Why I believe it's still important today? Well, I don't know. It's something that's been around for 2,000 years, and at least probably. And I think that's an answer in itself. It's something that's lasted that long. Must be important. Why I think personally that it's important is because it's a way to theater. You can get to people in ways that you might not be able to in everyday life. Someone goes to see a show, and something in that show, the way it's written or how the director blocks it or the actor's performance can strike a chord within that person and could actually change how they look at something or change the way they want to live their life if they're not happy with it. So I think that that's really important, how a theater can make you question things like what's good and what's evil, or someone's intentions while they come off evil really is just for the greater good. Or like how sometimes a child views their parent as strict and overbearing until they grow up and they realize what that parent had gone through as a young boy or girl and why they are the way they are. I think theater does a great job of just making us question everyday life, and I feel like that's important as human beings, and that's how we advance whatnot. Where do I see myself in 10 years? I would like to see myself at some place like Steppenwolf. That's like a super uber goal in 10 years. And it's something I gotta work for really hard. But I feel like if you set your goals high, then you have no reason not to try to make that goal or strive for that. And so that's where I would like to see myself in 10 years. Hopefully with a family, maybe a little girl cradling. Yeah. Hopefully a little bit more money than I do now. That would be fantastic. Maybe not paycheck to paycheck living, because that's scary. But as long as I'm keeping busy, I'll be happy in 10 years if I'm working steadily. That would be fantastic too. What my first theater going experience was? I don't know. I never really went to the theater as a kid with my family or anything because we were kind of lacking in funds to go see shows. We would go see movies, and I remember growing up, my parents, my mom and my stepdad have an entire wall dedicated to just movies that they bought. Like, it's shelved and everything, and it's nuts, because they don't have cable, so instead we just watch movies, and they are always on Internet Movie Database, and they figure out an actor who's in this movie and match up and whatnot. And as a little kid growing up hearing all this, like, I couldn't help but get interested, and so I would take that on, and eventually was in high school. It was my sophomore. It was at the end of my freshman year, and I needed another elective class to sign up for. So I figured I might as well sign up for a drama class because my parents are always talking about it, and maybe I could partake in conversation every once in a while. So I signed up, and our drama teacher at the time, when I signed up as a freshman, she did not make it to teach drama when I was taking it as a sophomore. We had a new drama teacher, and it was fantastic. Like, it was probably the best thing that could have happened to a huge group of us who were all interested in theater. She, like, brought a program to a new school and, like, brought it to life, and gave us great opportunities, and was a real go-get-em in theater. So so I had a blast in my beginning drama class. Like, it was so much fun, and we did scenes from Marvin's Room, and like, I loved the show, and it was great. And then I decided that I was having such a good time in class, I might as well try to do the musical, which was The Music Man. It was our first musical as a high school because we were brand new, and I was like, might as well audition. It'd be fun. So I did, and I ended up getting cast, which I was not expecting, and it was fantastic. And I met a great group of people and had friends, and ever since that, I auditioned for every single other show in high school. I guess I tried doing sports, but that just, for some reason, I just didn't fit in with the people in sports. They were too, I don't know how to put it kindly, so I'm not going to douchebags in the majority, at least at my high school. So I did not want to socialize with them. So yeah, got into the musical, met a lot of great people, and then just continued to do it. And senior year comes along, and I have no idea what I'm going to do next, what I'm going to go to college for. And so my drama teacher suggested I pursue acting, and auditioned for a bunch of schools and got into some good ones at the time, and had a ball with it. So now I've come to Carthage to continue my training, and so far it's been a good experience. Okay, what else? What I really love about acting is just the challenge that I get from it. Like, I'm someone who very much likes to be challenged and likes to take on things that sometimes I probably am not up to the challenge to do, but I love pushing myself, and acting is something that I feel is impossible to master, because you make discoveries. Like, every year I look back at my year and what I did in a show, and I continually, gradually get better, and I know things in previous performances that I wish I could have done, that I could have done now, because I understand them. And as I grow and age as a person, my understanding and how I look at scripts or how I watch movies is totally different. So it's applying that to acting is just incredible, because for each show I learn something new about not only my craft but myself. So, as cheesy as that sounds, it's what keeps me hooked. Constant challenge and always making new discoveries. So I babbled for 10 minutes, which is 5 minutes longer than I thought. Except for it's not 10 minutes, it's 9 minutes and 36 seconds. Thank you for being patient and waiting for so long for this video. I hope this gives you something good to write about, and look forward to meeting you. Awesome. Thanks.